Alright everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Captain Crush. I will be your host for the next 15, maybe 20 minutes, we'll decide. I hope you have a good time. What I do is break down fantasy sports, PrizePicks, Thrive Fantasy, Underdog Fantasy, DraftKings, FanDuels. If it's fantasy sports, I will cover it. My goal is to make you a winning player. I'm glad you stopped by. Give me a chance. I promise you won't be bored. You might, but if you are, that's on you, because what we do here is crush. That being said, let's go over to Thrive Fantasy where I take a look at these two-mans. Here we are over on Thrive Fantasy, and I cooked up a little two-man for 3.2x today. Paul Goldschmidt, more 1.5 bases, followed by Dennis Schroeder, the Frenchy name, but I don't know where he's from. More 7.5 real points. These are my favorite two. Guess what? If you're a new subscriber to Thrive Fantasy, use promo code CRUSH. You'll get a free square. You put in that free square just like this. It'll look like this. It'll now be a 5.2x payout. You can't beat it. Minimum deposit 25. Even better than that, you will get a free month of my Discord when it launches, and it's probably launching tomorrow. Let's crush. Now we are going over to PrizePicks, and we are going to discuss these fantasy scores and more. So here we are on PrizePicks, fam. The king of king. LeBron James, 52 fantasy points. They had it at 51.5 once upon a time. Now he's at 52 fantasy points. What are we going to do here? Well, the captain, he's facing an elimination game. The captain thinks we take more. 1.48 fantasy point per minute. I don't even need my notepad for that. I got it memorized up here in my Chrome Dome. 1.48 fantasy points per minute. LeBron's going to be out on that court tonight, a minimum of probably 40 minutes. I will take 40 times 1.48, and here we go. 59.2 fantasy points if he plays 40 minutes given his normal fantasy point per minute. He has a 33% usage rate. I'm taking more on LeGoat. If he sells, he sells. I'm going down with the ship, fam. It is what it is. Last game, we missed by 4 fantasy points. We go back home. We're in the Lakers stadium. It's LeBron, LeGoat, James facing elimination. He's been in this situation many times in his career, and historically, he's always crushed. Can he do it one time tonight for the boys / soldiers / women? Can we get it done? I hope so. I'm ready to go down with the ship. Next, AD, 55 fantasy points, an absurd number for Anthony Davis. I'll be the first one to admit it. He is going to need points, rebounds, blocks, steals, you name it, he will need it. We can get this fantasy score at 55. I wish the captain wishes it was at 53, but it's 55. I'm taking more. Next, Austin Reeves, 31.5. Guess what? Did you think I'm going under on Austin Reeves? Think again. I'm taking more on Austin Reeves. However, I do like another prop of his more than this. I will discuss this in a minute. While we're talking about fantasy scores, I'm going to rush on over to my handy dandy notepad, and I will show you guys why I'm doing. All right, so here it is. We got Anthony Davis, 1.5 fantasy points per minute with a 28% usage rate. He's going to probably play 38 to 40 minutes. Austin Reeves, 0.81, 16% usage. But here's the thing with AR-15, Austin Reeves. He has been trending all the way up. The last 5 being green doesn't mean much, but the fact that he passed the eye test, I've been watching these games, he's just been getting it done. As Austin Reeves himself once said, I'm him, I'm that guy. Austin Reeves is that guy. Let's be real here. The dude crushes, been an integral part of this team getting this far to begin with. 37, 34, 37. I think he's going to get right around 33 fantasy points tonight. I wish his line was at 29, but 31.5, I will still take more. Okay. Now you can look at LeBron James, 1.48 fantasy points. I was absolutely right. You see, I got that memorized. D'Angelo Russell, 1.04 fantasy points, 22%. Dennis Schroeder not going to go there. Lonnie Walker not going to go there. And then for the Nug, we got Nikola Jokic, 1.75 fantasy point per minute. I called my shot last time. I said he was due a stinker. His fantasy point total was all the way at 64. Now it's been deflated down to 60. Guess what? Give me the discount. I'll still take more. If you want to do the mathematical correct thing, take less on, because that is what you're supposed to do. But I will be taking more in some slip, and I will fade the prop in others. I have another prop that I like of him, which I will cover in a little bit. But if right now we're talking fantasy scores and you want to take Joker, you want to take the Joker, you want to laugh, it's a crazy world out there. It's the Joker. Take less, but I will be taking more. Okay. Jamal Murray. What does captain always say about this scenario? Finally, it's at 45. I've been saying since day one, go back, fact check me, you little fact checkers. Go back and see what I said. I will take Jamal Murray until his fantasy score is more over 45, because that is where it should be. It's finally at the golden number 45. This scares me. I like his assists at 5.5, and I like his rebounds, but guess what? I'm still gonna ride that train until I'm forced off. Why? Because I will show you why. It's just cash, 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 cash. Now, I'm not showing you that to be the last 5 to be like, he did the last 5. So no, it's because I and the rest of the soldiers have been riding that train for the last 4. So we have a rule around here. If it's been cashing, we stay on that train until we're forced off. Okay, Joker forced us off last game. He literally did a stinker, but I called that stinker. Jamal Murray has yet to do that. So I will continue to take more on Jamal Murray. And if he sells, guess what? I'll go down with the ship. And then next game, I can reevaluate. Same thing with Mr. Bruce Brown. Last game, had his over at 22. I'm tired of getting burned by Bruce Brown. I said that he could do. I don't know why he's been trending up in the right direction. I don't know what the coach sees in him, letting him go off 30 minutes. Bruce Brown is doing Bruce Brown-like things, and that is tilting me, but also cashing my slip. So that being said, I will continue to take Bruce Brown here at 24, inflated fantasy score. It's insane, but on Underdog, you can go ahead and take 1.5 blocks and steals lower. That's a freebie from me to you, but get this. Bruce Brown does not need to be a staple in any of your line, okay? Any of your contests here. Do not make Bruce Brown a staple. He's very volatile. I'm not impressed with him overall. I'm just, again, it's all about riding the train, okay? Now, let's see where we are here. So we got Goat, Davis, Reeve, Jamal Murray, D'Angelo Russell. I want to stop and talk about D'Angelo Russell. Everything in my brain is saying take less. I know all you guys, I know the public is going to be all less on D'Angelo Russell tonight, and I honestly think for that reason, no math, no trend, no narrative, no model projections here. This is strictly captain's opinion. So if you don't like it, don't follow it because it is what it is. Everything in me is telling me to take less, but the public is all over the less. And that being said, I'm taking more. It's crazy. I know it won't be a staple in my main slip. I can guarantee you that. I'm most likely fading the prop altogether, but I will have a few contest/slips where I have D'Angelo Russell more 21 fantasy points because I could very well see tonight being the night where he comes out, and if they do win, it's because him and some other scrub-a-dub, Dennis Schroeder, is probably going to go off. So I want to be on the right side of that, and more importantly, I want to fade the public. But this is not for the faint of heart, fam. Okay, like I did my analysis there. I'm moving on. I don't need to cover any more D'Angelo Russell. Aaron Gordon called my shot last time under the fantasy point. It hit. Okay, that was good. Now it's at 23.5. It should be at 24.5, but 23.5, look at this. He hasn't hit. He hasn't had to do much this series because they've just been dominating one, and it's just a bad matchup for him. It really doesn't fit his skill set, but again, it's one of those numbers that keeps falling and falling, and when you in the DFS world, which stands for Daily Fantasy Sports, when you're faced with these situations, when guys just keep getting priced lower via their salaries, or in this situation on PrizePicks, where their score just keeps going less and less, like I just said with Russell, you can literally take more and feel good about it just because they're due the bounce back, and now we're buying low. This is a stock market, so when you're buying low, it's okay. The math says take less. Everything tells me to take less, just like with Russell over here, but you can make a case to take more. So for me, I will have less in a few. I will have more in a few, and then also just fade the prop because I'm not going there. Again, the correct play is taking less on both of these guys, but the narrative, the stock market buy low narrative is take more on both. So do with that what you will. I'm not here to give you picks. I'm not here to feed you with a spoon. I'm here to give you a little bit of a breakdown so you guys come up with your own process. Rui Hachimura, 23.5 fantasy points. What can I say about Rui other than the fact that I never get this guy right? I never get him wrong. I usually just fade the prop. I did have the over last time and it hit, but look at this. He's barely covering here. 23.7, 26.9. The man is shooting ridiculously efficient and he's barely covering, okay? That efficiency has got to come down. The law of averages, Murphy's law, whatever law you want to use, eventually he's going to bounce back to his mean, and I want to be on the right side of it. Give me less on Rui Hachimura. If he goes over, so be it. I'm willing to go down with the ship. I'm not taking more on him today. It's either going to be less or fade the prop. Buyer beware, seller beware, because this is very volatile, okay? We only got one game here, fam. I got to get creative somehow, okay? MPJ. If I was going to touch MPJ, I have another prop that I like that a community member gave me from my Discord, so I will go over that. But if you want to take MPJ, 27 more fantasy points, I don't hate that whatsoever. I think he's a good player this series. He's proven his worth. I like it, but I'm not really going to go there. This is probably going to be my main core here, right here. These four, and then possibly a joker a joker like that, this would probably be my main 5 for fantasy right here. And it's just the studs. It's and a role player with Reeves. Nothing scientific about it. Nothing that's crazy outside the wall. It's just straight 5 with Moors. It is what it is. It's the same game. And when you do these same game all overs like that, prepare to get torched. You got to be okay rolling dice, because at the end of the day, it's a same game parlay. It is what it is, fam. All right. Now, I've discussed all these fantasy scores. I want to go over to another couple of target props that I have for you guys via my YouTube. I got to start getting better language with this. These companies that I use, PrizePicks, Underdogs, they hate that language. And I know why they do. I mean, for the right reason. They're fantasy sports operators. So I have to literally work on that. So help me out with that, guys. So when I say something like stat, it's the same thing as a prop. When I say contest, it's the same as a slip. Okay, I'm trying to get better at that. All right, here we go. I got a couple here for you. All right, first up, I want to talk about Austin Reeves. Not his fantasy score, but I have 3 different stats that I want to go over. Austin Reeves more 4 rebounds, Austin Reeves more 4.5 assists, and Austin Reeves more 26.5 PRA. This is the deal. Okay, my model has him going at 3.9 rebounds exactly. They bumped it to 4 since then. My model has him going for 5 assists, and on his PRA, which is my favorite prop for the day for him, they have him going at 27. So it's going for a 0.5 over on my model. I like his PRA before I even checked the Vegas, before I even checked the model. I liked it. So that's what I'm going to take for Reeves besides his fantasy score. Okay, the next prop that I wanted to cover, Jamal Murray plus Michael Porter Jr. more than 11 rebounds. This play has been solid. My Discord member gave it to me. It's off the board already. I'm hoping it comes back. If it's a combined prop, which you guys know I don't really like those, but if it comes back, we will take more, because they've been on that train and I haven't been. They said, Cap, you got to get on this train. It's been a free square. It's been cashing. So guess what? I hopped on the train, all aboard. Choo-choo. Let's go. When it's on the board, I will post on Twitter and let you guys know. Next, LeBron James more 24.5 real points, 52% chance to hit. Model has him for 25. And historically in elimination games, he's been getting this. This is just a gut play. 52% chance. I wish it was 53 or 54. It is what it is. I will take my chances, but I'm mainly taking his fantasy score. Here's one thing I wanted to discuss. LeBron James less than 43.5 PRA. What, Cap? I thought you just said you liked him. Yes, I do, but I'm only calling this out because my model has this going for 40. And as you can see, PrizePicks bumped this down to 42.5 already. It was at 43. Now it's at 42.5, but my model still has him only going for 40. So I wanted to go ahead and throw that out there for the naysayers on the GOAT. If you want a less prop to take with LeBron James, there you go. 42.5 PRA, take less. It lines up, and then the assist. This is the most tilting slip/stat for LeBron James there is. 8.5 assists. This should be an automatic less. Model has him going for 6. His season average is about 6 or 7. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm not going to waste time going to StatMuse. But 8.5 assists. I don't know why he's been facilitating so much. He needs to stop doing all that, and he needs to start being the GOAT, and he needs to take that ball, drive it into the hoop, post up, dunk, stare down at the camera, do his little LeBron thing that he does, and get the W. Extend this series because it's been good, and we ain't trying to see the GOAT get swept. It's bad for business, it's bad for us, it's bad for you, and it's bad for Adam Silver. We ain't trying to see the GOAT get swept. Stop assisting and start crushing. You hear me, LeBron? If anyone can get this to LeBron, tell him I said, the captain said, stop getting assists and start scoring, and you might win some games. That being said, math says take less. Everything in my body, my bones, my core says take more. So guess what? I'm fading the prop. I ain't going there. 8.5 assists, fade me, miss me with that. I don't even want to be bothered with that. Go, do your thing, get some blocks and steals, get your points. I'm taking your fantasy score. Let's go. KCP, more 2.5 rebounds. Model has him going for 3. Yep, model has him going for 3.1, 52% chance to hit. He's the Pope, man. He plays his 28 to 32 minutes. He's literally on the court to play defense. And when you're playing defense, you can sometimes get down low and grab a couple lucky boards. That's what we're hoping here. He does score around 10 points a game sometimes on average. I would say 8 to 10 points. If you want to take his points rebounds, I won't begrudge you. But for me, it's just going to be more 2.5 rebounds, and I'll take my chances. I got the dice rolled up ready to let him rip. Snake eyes one time. Aaron Aaron Gordon, less 8.5 rebounds plus assists. Last time out, we had Aaron Gordon more than 5.5 rebounds. He didn't get there. He didn't do much at all. He didn't have to do much at all. That's the thing when you have a team like the Nuggets, when everybody just crushes. Not everybody needs to do much. Look how much they did. They got the W by so much. And Joker didn't even have a good game by his standards. He had a great game, but I'm saying his fantasy score total, it was like 40 something, and they still won in dominant fashion. That's because Murray went nuclear, and they have a team that can do that. I'm still going to take this. This lines up with the math. Let's see what I have here. 52% chance to hit. The model has it going for exactly 8.5. Take less. It's probably the good thing. By the way, I want to comment something real quick, okay? Someone yesterday in my comment section, yesterday's game was a total blowout, okay? The reason I didn't post second half contest yesterday on Twitter was because it was an absolute blowout. There's no edge to be had, okay? I'm not going to post stuff that's just me gambling. Sometimes I'll just gamble because I have using my bankroll for fun or whatever. But if I'm just gambling, I'm not going to give you guys that. I don't want to give you guys a gambling information just to gamble. That's insane. That's foolishness on my part. I watched the game. You saw the game. The correct play would be to take less on everything and then find one more, because they have that little clause where they don't let you take 6 unders because they're scared. So you have to take 5 unders and one more. Took Gabe Vincent, took Martin more, and took Struss more, and then paired it with most of the lesses. The Celtics were pulled by the fourth quarter. It worked out. I got a 6 of 6, 5 of 6, another 5 of 6, and a 4 of 5. It worked out in my favor, but it very well could have went the other way. The Celtics could have came out second half and torched people, okay? I will post second half slips/contests when there is value to be had and it's profitable for you. I'm not that guy that's just going to post garbage information just for the sake of posting content. I'm not him. I'm not that him. I am him, but not that him, okay? Second, somebody posted for the main game, which was a complete, utter blowout, that he tailed the YouTube and I sold him. I don't sell you anything, fam, okay? You're a grown man. You take responsibility here. This whole operation is gambling at the end of the day. Fantasy sports is a gamble. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what the sites say. It's a gambling thing. You're placing money to get money back. That is the textbook definition of gambling, okay? So we're grown men. We crush. We don't cry. If you have a contest that loses, so be it. You shouldn't be betting enough to where it's affecting you like that, okay? It is what it is. This is a hobby. It's for fun. You try to have an edge. I'm keeping it 100 with you because some of you guys got pie in the sky fantasy, and I need to get your expectations tempered, okay? Not every day is going to be a massive W. It's impossible. But at the end of the year, you can pile up more W's than L's if you're using a sound process. Now, I'm going to get off my soapbox because y'all got me on a heater. I'm preaching again. Testify. I'm preaching over here, and we will continue to go back to the props, okay? Turnover. Nikola Jokic, more 3.5 turnovers. This one's been pretty good. If you want to go ahead and take that, I don't mind it. Any other fun props? Where are we at here? I know you guys live for these fun props. Do they have fouls on here? They don't have fouls on here, and I don't even see dunks yet. Interesting. I'm that early, fam. Stay away from these free throw props. I told you guys yesterday on my YouTube, I said stay away from the free throw props. Stay away from the field goal made prop. It's all just a money pit. It's a big pit where you throw your money into and you barely get any back. So just stay away from it, please. I'm begging you. Stick to what we can predict, okay, on a daily basis. These things are so unpredictable. They have to get to the line, which means they have to get fouled, and then they have to make the free throw. Okay, that's just you're giving the books way too much of an edge there, okay? So, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on PrizePicks. I will post maybe an MLB or NHL play later today. I already posted my play of the day over on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I posted it yesterday, a full day early before the bump, okay? So now I'm going to head over to Underdog Fantasy. Here we are. Underdog Fantasy. Corey Seager, lower than 1.5 bases, and Matt Olson, lower than 1.5 bases. 2 MLB stats in my pick'em on Underdog Fantasy, okay? I will be doing more of these. I do these at the end of every video. If you want, use promo code CRUSH. All you have to do is deposit $10 on this one. You get a free month trial of my Discord on launch, but you get also 100% deposit match. Underdog is second to PrizePicks. They're very good. They're almost at PrizePicks as far as how big they are. I'm going to have a ton of best ball content coming with NFL coming up. It's a fun mode. Football's coming up. I will have a ton of Underdog Fantasy fantasy best ball content. I'll be doing the live streams. I promise you guys you're going to enjoy it. It's fun. I will teach you guys how to do it. There is an edge, but more importantly, it's fun. I will get your community feedback. We will be doing live streams of best ball. It's going to be a pop-in good time. Promo code CRUSH. These are my favorite 2 MLB stats on their board for the pick'em. Okay? Now, I want to show you guys Outlier Bet. Now, look at this. Look at this lovely clean design that they got here, fam. This is their new web application that they just released a couple days ago. And check this out. Austin Reeves, I put in the filter for all his proposition bets. Everything comes up. The last 5, last 10, last 20 hit rate, head to head, how many times, look at this, how many times the prop has hit against the same opponent going back to last season. It's all right here. You get the Vegas odds right there. Then once you have the Vegas odds, you can calculate the no vig odds where I get that hit rate, that 52% chance to hit. That's what this is. Okay. See, this is what this is right here. There it is, fam. You get that right there. Where does Captain get those 53%? Right there. Then I compare it with my model, and that is when I give you guys what to choose, what I choose. Okay. This right here, this application, guys, is money. This is also where I get, yesterday, I had Miami Heat +4 at home. Everyone thought I was crazy. A lot of you guys was like, no way, Cap. I was right there with you. Fam, a lot of people DM'd me and said I was insane. But guess what? It hit. Before that, Denver Nuggets +5.5, cash hit. And the game before that, Miami Heat +9, cash. That's a three-peat. That's 3 in a row. The hat trick. Call me a turkey if I'm bowling pins. We got them. And all courtesy to Outlier Bet. Plus, we use our dome. If you want to get in on this, I have a 7-day free trial for you. The link is in my description. It's in my bio. It's all you have to do is click my link tree, then go scroll down. You'll see Outlier Bet. Click it. And guess what? After the 7 days, you get an extra 30 if you put in my code CPTN Crush. I'm doing God's work for you guys. I'm not just saying it to plug it. I barely get anything for that. I'm just saying it because this is what I use, and I got a lot of people asking, Cap, what do you use for research? This is what I use, fam. Right here. You get everything. And if you get access to the sports books, that's right there too. You cannot beat it with a stick. Oh, what's that? That's my play of the day. Nikola Jokic has exceeded 40.5 points, rebounds in 9 of his 10 last playoff games. He's got a 90% hit rate. Let's go. It's -110 on DraftKings. I posted that yesterday. It's probably bumped on PrizePicks, but guess what? You got it a full day early, and I got it via Outlier Bet. Let's go. Now, we over here, Denver Nuggets +3, LA Lakers -3. I'm not going to take this spread on either side because I can't really know what's going to go on. I will say this, everything in my bone wants to take +3 Denver Nuggets over 224, parlay it, run it back, and let's cash. If I was going to bet tonight on the game, which I'm not going to because I can't decide, my opinions may change, which is why I do a live stream later. I would take +3 Denver Nuggets over 224. Again, 3 for 3. Let's see if we can make a heater. That's my draft. That's my overall game take. I will go now to the end of the video. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You listened to Captain Crush, and whatever else you want to say for a solid 15 minutes, the captain gives you a salute. I hope you enjoyed it. I try to make these fun and entertaining. If you're new here, let me know in the comments. I love new guys. I love that this channel's growing. Support free content. Like and subscribe the video and comment. It helps me out a lot. Let me know who you guys like. I'm all about the community. Every day I try to do live streams on TikTok. I make community contests /slip. I go over my pool of prop. I give you guys 3 choices. We put it out there, and then I post it to Twitter. I'm all about community here. I am building my community. I have my Dub Club and Discord coming for launch this week. A full launch, finally. It'll be done. Okay? Again, let me know if you guys like what you see, anything I can do different, feedback. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Remember to bet responsibly. We can't get that W every single night. I wish we could, but we can't. Good luck tonight. Salute. And as always, let's crush.